can you guess what most people's single biggest expense in life is going to be? If you guessed housing, guess again. It's taxes. That's right, taxes are an expense. And an expense is something that can be reduced or eliminated. So in today's episode, I'm going to teach you how you can permanently reduce or eliminate paying taxes. Welcome to another episode of The Financial Boss, teaching you, a young professional entrepreneur go-getter, how to take control of your money and build wealth so that you can create the life of your dreams. And today's episode is all about taxes, so let's dive right into it. So we keep hearing like tax the rich and the top 1% aren't paying their fair share in taxes. Like, oh, what does that even mean? And what do the rich know that the rest of us are not in on? Well, I'm going to share with you the secrets the wealthy have known for years. And I promise you it's completely legal. All I ask is that you have an open mind when it comes to being educated about taxes, because the information I'm going to share with you is pretty life-changing. So stick with me here. So in order to understand how our taxes work and how to best benefit from that, we need to understand how the tax code works, right? And why is that important? Because I'm telling you, that's literally the key to growing wealth. The tax code is literally the roadmap on how to build wealth and tells you exactly, lays it out there what the government wants you to do, plain and simple. So I mentioned that taxes are going to be the biggest expenses in most people's life who don't understand how the tax system works. And the reason for that, and I really blame society, is because we're thought that we're morally obligated and it's our duty to pay our fair share of taxes to the government, whatever fair share of taxes even means, right? And I'm here to tell you, no, you're not fucking obligated to pay anything to the government. And excuse my language there, but I'm telling you that one of the most patriotic things you can do is to pay nothing in taxes. That's right, I said one of the most patriotic things to do is pay zero in taxes. So I understand that's a very bold statement to make, and I'm asking you to please bear with me here until the end of the video, because in order to circle back to that statement and understand how our tax code really works today, we have to go a little bit back in history for a bit, right? So particularly to understand how income taxes came about. So originally, only the very affluent in society were taxed because they were the only ones with excess cash to give to the government in times of need like war. And then after World War II, all of that changed. The government decided to tax everybody in order to raise revenue to rebuild an economy that was destroyed by war. So now all of the entire middle class had to pay income taxes. So less than 100 years ago, income taxes for the average person or most people in society wasn't even a thing or a concept, okay? So I don't know who came up with the idea that it's our moral obligation or duty to pay our fair share of taxes to the government. So the government also soon realized that they can just make small tweaks of the tax code to encourage its citizens to do what they want them to do in order to further their own social and economic agenda. So that's how the tax code today came to be. So there's the income sales taxes that generate revenue for the government on one hand, and then there are tax incentives and credits the government gives in order to move society forward in their eyes, right? So what is the government's social economic agenda? It's, to provide employment and jobs to people, and it's to provide housing so nobody's out on the street, and it's for oil and energy and agriculture. If you invest in those things, you get tax breaks because they're the pillars of society and keep the society running and the economy growing, right? So if you are an investor or entrepreneur, that's when you don't pay taxes. If you are a W-2 employee, you are paying so much fucking taxes. So having gone through all that, were taxes written in a way to benefit the wealthy? Yeah, sorta. But if you step back and look at the bigger picture, it's kind of like a roadmap, really like a treasure map on exactly what to do in order to strike gold and grow a lot of wealth, all right? The tax code itself is like hundreds of pages long, and people think it's really complicated, but there's only like pretty much 2 pages of it that really applies to us, and it's all you need to know. And I kind of went over that, right? On one hand, you pay sales, income, excise taxes as a way for the government to raise revenue. On the other hand, there's tax incentives and credits that anybody can use, not just the rich, in order to get breaks and not pay taxes. So we got to understand the second part and stay away from the first part, right? So being an investor, entrepreneur, good. Being an employee, bad. And that's not to hate on employees, because I'm an employee and we all need to make money, right? To start. And guys, sorry, I keep stopping the video and changing locations. I started filming this really early in the morning and the light keeps changing. I have to keep trying to find the right spot. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long, and it's already getting long, but I was talking about employees. You know, if you're in the highest tax income bracket, you are paying 37% tax. And if Biden wins, this is right before the election, I'm filming this, it's going to be even higher than that. So like I said, I'm an employee, but I'm also learning other ways to do what the government wants us to do to earn income, right? I'm learning how to invest in real estate. I'm starting a business. It's easier than ever to start a business today. Just start a YouTube channel or a blog. You can do it online with little to no money, right? With an iPhone, literally. We're in the information age, so take advantage of it. And I went through pretty much overall what the government wants you to do. So just to recap, there are really 4 things you can do to lower your taxable income. Actually, there's 5 things, okay? Let me go through the 4 things first, because you already know the 5th thing, just your retirement account and 401k, that helps you deduct taxes. But you're really deferring taxes on that, right? So I don't know if that really counts, because you do eventually have to pay taxes on it when you take it out later, okay? So there are really 4 places you can put your money in that aren't tax credits, right? You can provide housing, which is investing in real estate. You can provide jobs, which is investing in, starting a company and being an entrepreneur. You can invest in agriculture, which provides the staple food for our society, or you can invest in oil and energy, number 4, which fuels our economy and, keeps society literally running. So all of those reasons are why I made that bold statement in the beginning that paying no taxes is probably one of the most patriotic things you can do, right? You are starting a company that provides value to society, or you're building a property that provides housing to people who need it, or investing in agriculture that provides food, right? All that is benefiting society more than just blindly writing a check to the government. I would even argue that the money is better off in our hands than in the government's, who don't have a good history of deploying it properly in the right places, right? We can do what we're passionate about and give to the charities we're passionate to. That's why the government also provides incentives to donate to charities and help our local community better than our federal government can or state government can. Having said that, are there people who try to cheat the tax code? Yeah, there are rich, wealthy people who commit fraud and evade taxes, right? And there are also middle class and poor people who do that as well in literally every corner of the world. Because as long as there's taxes, there's going to be bad humans who try to break the law, okay? But most rich people are not doing anything illegal. They're really investing in things the government wants them to and society really needs them to. And you and I can start partaking in it. And in part 2, I can go more into depth on things we can start doing to save money on taxes. But this video is getting really long. So a great book on this topic is called Tax-Free Wealth by Tom Wheelwright, and I'll leave a link below. But if you like this video, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and follow me on social media at The Financial Boss, and leave a comment and tell me if you'd like to learn more on taxes.